sometimes in New Jersey. My favorite place to walk here is by the train tracks, like seams zipping across the landscape of the city. Behind them, a wallpaper of oaks and pines feed into the sky. Birds jumping off and settling on the man-made power lines. It's only natural to be attracted to these reminders that it could all be undone. Plant and animal life meeting concrete on common ground, clues and glue to a reality where I am not only a symptom, but could draw with conviction on a page an angle that would join us up for good, if only to deliver the mail, which I am told will stop soon in this part of town. But I've always loved the parts of the city where I can see how it might have been stitched together, even if it was only built by those allowed to show their agency in public, by skin color and genitalia that didn't yet resemble mine. And most recently, I've been thinking about hope. I've been thinking that I need to work with my hands more. I never thought about laying bricks for a living except for once when I was 5, amidst a skyline of building blocks. I was arrogant or confident enough to believe that I could build it better, to paint the landscape in a color out of rocks and leaves and mud, make the gods and the people and the trees, make them happy. So I could sit on the rooftops and think, this is my hometown, with ingenuity and dexterity for proof, never having to cut off pieces of self when turning corners, never having to pretend to be holding imaginary papers, never having to walk heavy, to breathe air too thick for me to carry. And I don't need a lot to fill in the blanks on the backs of the address lines at the DMV. Don't ask for help too much from God, but I think I might like somewhere to be from besides a P.O. box. The borderlands drawn on a map I've inherited, drawn thick to keep out people who I think I'd like to let in, like grandparents through a gap at Ellis Island. And I don't think I like what I've heard of patriotism. It makes no difference to me whether the trains run like veins across the country to carry us, or we empty them out and turn them into flower beds. At least my soul, can sleep in the trees, and I just want to know that we have a choice about more than love while we're alive.